Austin here from Airsoft Station, and today I'm going to be showing you how to clean your barrel. Now, before you get all uppity on me and say, oh, this is amateur hour, there's a lot of different ways to do it, and I'm just going to show you the way I do it. I'm not going to by any means promise you this is the best or the most efficient way to do it. This is just the way I do it. So first off, you're going to need a unjamming rod or a barrel cleaning rod. They come in just about every gun that's sold, period. So I'm sure every airsofter has at least a few of these lying around somewhere. So go ahead and grab one of those. You'll also need some type of silicone. And now, a lot of people use different types, but I prefer the spray stuff. It's a lighter viscosity, it's thinner, it's more watered down as compared to this stuff which comes in the drip bottles, which is a much higher viscosity and it's much thicker. I don't like to use this on barrels. I only use this on like metal on metal pieces, so like gears. I'll use gear grease, or like on the slide of a gas blowback I'll use this kind of stuff. But for what we're going to be using and for today's purposes, you want the spray stuff simply because it's much thinner. And you're also going to want some sort of patches to clean this with. Now I use these on my real guns, and so I have them laying around, and I think they're probably worth the investment because they're made out of this like microfiber material. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's reasonably absorbent, and they're just these perfectly sized square patches. You can get these at any gun store, any sporting goods store, any store that they sell any type of gun accessory, they're gonna have these. So what you're gonna do is first, I like to run a dry one through the barrel. So on your unjamming rod, you have this one which has the angled side that's used for unjamming your barrel. This side over here has a small slot through it. You'll just want to put the little corner of the patch right through there, grab it, and just pull it through like that so it's even on both sides. Now, you can do this with the barrel in your gun. For example, in sniper rifles or things like that, it's a little bit harder to get the barrel out, and so you can leave the barrel in there. However, if at all possible, I recommend taking your barrel out. And on this M4 here, it's relatively easy to do that. So go ahead and just pull your barrel out, and it should slide right out, just like so. And then go ahead and set everything else aside. So here we have just the barrel. Now, if you really, really want to get in there, you can take your hop-up off as well. We have plenty of videos showing you the assembly of your hop-up and how to dismantle that and maintenance that, but for our sake we're going to just keep the hop-up assembly together on the barrel. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your hop-up is backed all the way off, because you don't want that nub poking through. You don't want to mess up your hop-up bucking or anything like that. So make sure your hop-up's all the way off, which it is, and then we're just going to run a dry one through. Now, this is just a little tip that I use. I don't know if it's beneficial at all in any way, but I always go from the back forward. I always like to push things forward. I'll never go this way, and that's why I like to take the barrel out of the gun, because in my opinion, if you're pushing junk this way, as you shoot, it's just going to come out this way again. I don't know if there's validity to that, but that's just what I do. So I run a dry one through, and it's reasonably stiff, but like I said, these patches are just the right size. So I just sort of give it a turn clockwise as I slowly push it through the barrel until I see it poke out, and then I just pull it through and then go counterclockwise, just making sure I get all of the funk and all of the junk that's in there. Now granted, this is a brand new rifle that's off the wall, so it's probably not going to be very dirty, but even this, as you can see, not sure if you can see that, but there is a little bit of funk or grease or dirt or whatever it may be already on that. So, you know, this is a gun right out of the factory, already dirty. So I can't imagine what people who haven't cleaned their barrel in years, what their barrel looks like, but it's a very good thing to do. Now, I'm going to use another patch, and I didn't really expand on this. You can use paper towels, but I don't recommend it because paper towels can rip very easily and leave little pieces of themselves in the barrel. And if you're just leaving junk behind in your barrel, you're basically doing the opposite of cleaning it. You're just adding to the problem. And if you don't want to go out and buy one of these patches, what I would do is I would recommend either using one of those glasses cleaner, the microfiber that comes from glasses cleaner, just cut up a little strip of that, or an old t-shirt or something like that, something that's 100% cotton and isn't going to shred like a paper towel is. Now, we've already done a dry run here, so now we're gonna do a silicone run. So, get the lighter stuff, and you don't wanna go overboard here, just a little bit on either side, just so you're putting a little bit of moisture through that and lubricating everything, and push that through, and again, turn and push. Until it's out the other end. Pull it through, turn and push, turning the opposite direction. And there we go. Now I'm going to do that one more time, and I am going to add a little bit more silicone, simply because it is quite dry. And we're going to do that all again. And you will feel the most resistance at the beginning because you are going through the lips of your hop-up bucking. And so just make sure you don't go flying past that point, because you want to clean every part of your barrel. So push firm but slow through that part. Alright, now that we're done with that, now we have a little bit of silicone in our barrel. Now, some people like to leave it that way. I see the validity to that. A lubricated barrel, the BBs are going to slide across it easier, but my opinion, anywhere that there's moisture, junk is naturally going to stick there. So, there's lots of parts on my gun that I like to leave lubricated. The barrel is not one of them. I want it bone dry. So if any dust, any sand, any dirt, whatever gets in there, it can more easily blow off as it shoots and, you know, come out of the barrel, as compared to if it were lubricated and it offers that silicone for it to stick to. It's going to stay in your barrel, and it's going to make your shots less accurate. So I run a dry one through there to soak up any and all silicone that is left. If you want to leave the silicone on there, that's your call, but I don't recommend it. Like I said, just it offers that moisture that dirt and dust needs to stay in there. And this is just the same theory, pushing and twisting, pushing and twisting. And it's coming out very, very clean. A little bit of moisture though. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to use another one. These are incredibly cheap, so no worry there. And I'm going to just run another one through there. This one I'm not going to necessarily do that pushing and turning or worry about only going forward, because the barrel is perfectly clean. So this one I'm doing solely back and forth, solely to dry it. Get every little bit of silicone out. And that one came out very, very clean. So, there we are. Our barrel is now clean. If you'd like, you could do more things, do less things. Again, I'm not going to promise you that this is the best way to do it, but in my opinion, that's what I do, and that's what I do for my guns, and it's worked well. You know, I can notice, normally if I don't clean my barrel for a few games, I notice an accuracy improvement after doing so, and so it is just helpful to get in the habit of maintaining a very nice clean barrel, because it is going to help with your accuracy and your consistency. So that's about it for this video. I'm going to put everything back together here, and this pin is really hard. There we go. And so that is basically all you need to do to clean your barrel. So once we get everything back assembled, good to go. Just throw these away. Don't reuse them. Heaven forbid you do that. These are so cheap. Don't be that guy. Just throw them away and be done with it. If you are using that microfiber like you use for your glass cleaners or a t-shirt, you could probably wash it off in some soapy water and reuse it if you wanted to, but just cotton is cheap. These little squares are even cheaper. Don't use paper towels. That's about it for this video. And until the next one, have a good one, guys.